don't let me get loud because I can project. Hey, what's up, boss babes, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Leepoitier, and this is Life with Lee Talks edition. So I wanted to jumpstart Lee Talks, which is more of an in-depth personal spiritual side of me. The same way you guys see my fitness and fashion and beauty tips, I also am very spiritual and consumed by God. Like, I wouldn't even be where I'm at if I never pursued a journey and in purpose with God. So as much as you guys see the physical aspects of me, because I influence, inspire, and encourage you to be the best version of yourselves, I want to show and give you what God has given me and who I am on that level. One, I think it's important to, get to know the people you follow or that inspire and influence you as much as you can, as much as they're willing to give you, because it'll just show you different aspects of their lives. So I want to open up to you who I am, who God is to me from my perspective, how to encourage, inspire you to get through your journey in life. Because if you made it this far, you know it is not easy, but you are not alone in this. So let's go ahead and get in it. So today's topic that I wanted to start off Lee Talks with is trusting God during the hard times. I know it is truly aligned and divine because we're all going through so many different changes and experience with COVID and the pandemic and quarantine as a whole. And one of the biggest things that me and my best friend Curleen, we always speak about is that it's not just happening to our country. It's not just happening to our state. It's happening globally. We're all experiencing this together. I think that's something truly to be aware of, that it's not you, your household, your state, our country. It's everyone. And yes, some have dealt with it better than others. Unfortunately, we are definitely going to go through a second season of quarantine season. So trusting God during the hard times. As an actress, again, you're not working every day. You're grateful for the jobs that you get, so you don't have to do side-end jobs. And most of the jobs you get, you have to be present. So when the pandemic hit, everything stopped. Like, I remember in real time, I was getting emails like, this job got canceled, and I had like a couple jobs booked up for the week, for the next 2 weeks. So of course I was like sad, but I was also realizing what was happening. Thankfully, they rolled out the unemployment plan, which I had never filed before, but I jumped on it because that was money to get us through. So God bless those who was able to receive that, to continue to, live life without fear on that level. But even still, with the reality that there was still only a certain amount of weeks. God bless the people who were on unemployment before the pandemic, because their weeks were already probably less than those who have never been on it. And that time has already passed, and we're still going through the pandemic. So I even struggle, like, God, what are my next moves? Am I staying in New York? Am I going back home to save money and help my family? And what should I do? How should I move? Because I don't know what the industry will look like, with the COVID regulations. And then if we go back through another quarantine, which we are looking like we are with all these high numbers, what does that look like for me? What do I do? Gracefully, I had savings before and I saved additionally, but I also had to, invest in home equipment for YouTube and also for remote jobs, which they started to do. Now that time has passed, we're kind of in quarantine, we're kind of not in quarantine, jobs are happening, jobs aren't happening, whether you are an actor or some form of entertainment, where you understand what I'm coming from, as far as like you might work 2 or 3 times a week, but you hustle for every job you get, whether you are an essential worker. God bless you all. You guys have been going in and out of the world every day, for us, grocery shopping, which I touch 2 times a week because I eat healthy, I think that's as far as I go, but, so just God bless all the essential workers. And then just people who jobs cut them off and they got laid off and they had to go find another job. God bless those who were able to work from home, not worrying about, do they work or not. It's just they transitioned from office to home office. But those of us who work in an industry where, like brand ambassador, event marketing and acting and Broadway and all of those things, we really are on edge of what work do we have. So gracefully, yes, we can go get a job at, Starbucks or some coffee shop specifically, or a grocery store, which is always no job is higher or lesser, right? You also still want to be open for jobs as an actor, just in case that one comes through. But at the same time, you got to pay your bills. Trusting God during the tough times. You really have to remember what God has spoken to you individually and personally. What has He been telling you before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and post-pandemic or post-new reality, I guess, because it's never going to be the same. And you have to lean on that. For me, I pray, worship, and fast to truly stay in tune with God and to hear Him and what His plans are in real time, what I should be looking out towards and for. And I've had a couple weeks where I was like, God, I need a break. I need a shift. Something has to happen. And I did. I got a couple great jobs, which were amazing, but it's not enough. I need more money. I'm not complaining, right? Because there's some people who don't have any income coming in. So remember that. Remember that I'm on my phone right now recording with lights on. This is privilege. This is a blessing. How to do things such as building up my YouTube channel. I have time. I have the equipment. I have time to do it, and learning new programs, really applying yourself to your purpose that you've always wanted to do. One of the things that I was speaking with a friend is like, what has God spoken to you? Oh, my cousin. Sorry, I was talking to my cousin 2 days ago, and I was like, Cuzzo, how do you feel about this? He was like, honestly, I would probably be struggling in school if I didn't have this extra time. He still has his job, and also he's going to school online. So he's seeing it from a different perspective. So the two things so far that I want you to really take in is, what has God been telling you before the pandemic, during the pandemic, post the pandemic? And two, how are you seeing the pandemic? Yes, our bills can definitely cloud our vision. Our bills can cloud our vision. Catch that. So you have to remove that and put that on the altar of God, but still applying yourself. I'm a big person and a very big advocate of faith without works is dead. You have to have faith and then you work. One of the things I was like, God, I want to create. I am a creator. I love creating, producing things, building things, putting things together. And then also being on the scene, being that girl. But I also love behind the scenes. This is my element. This is truly my element. And God was like, okay, you wanted to do YouTube a couple years now. You have the time. Let's get it. And I was like, okay, so I had to learn how to do my hair better. I had to learn how to do my makeup better. I speak in front of the camera beautifully all the time, but I'm still learning how to not talk too much because I can. So, and also editing, but, taking that faith, just building this reality and then doing it. I could be talking to no one right now. I'm praying that I talk to at least 10 people, and that's my family, and then I pray it touches you. So my whole thing is, if you see me on Instagram and I'm doing my pictures, smiling and having opportunities, it honestly is me holding on to the word and promises that God has given me from the beginning of my journey, during my journey, and even now. When you have faith, then you put the work in, and then patience is the next thing after that. So that's my third point I want to say is, you have to be patient with God. And being patient in God is not complaining as best as you can, because it's not easy. And also, it might get worse before it get better. And I know no one wants to go backwards. No one wants to excel and have great opportunities, and then boom, you fall down. No one wants to. I don't even like feeling that, because I do believe that God is my protector. I've been out in New York City, and I will always speak on this. Left Miami with 2 suitcases, not knowing anybody out here, not having any experience in the acting world. So, and to see where I'm at now and the connections that I have, and have a big room filled with goodies, I guess I would say, you know, it's humbling to see how far I've come just by trusting and walking with God, running sometimes, you know. So we totally can get sidetracked because we don't want to fall. And when I experienced that fall, you know, in my run, that was God letting me know what it feels like to fall, because I had never fallen before. I tripped and I would catch myself, or I'll, you know, ta ta ta, you know, whatever that means, like, but just like shuffle my feet and catch myself. But in that moment, I knew God was showing me what it was like to fall, and that I had never fallen in the midst of my entire journey. I had never fallen. And because first I was like, let me check myself. Lord, are you letting me know that I have fallen in life, that I have fallen in myself? He was like, no, I wanted you to see what it felt like to fall, so that you know that any other time after this, I got you. I will carry you. I will catch you. You may trip, but you will not fall. And even when I fell, I got back up, brushed myself off, and I finished my run. So all that being said, I really pray that you all stay strong. Whether you're a creator, don't worry about who's liking or watching your stuff. Like, I'm doing this by faith, but I'm putting in the work, praying for God's will to just be done. And there's moments you're like, oh, I don't have enough likes, or oh, I'm not getting enough views. Brush that off as best as you can. Let it go and flow. If you're a creator, man, create. Man, I pop my lights on, put some makeup on. Holy Spirit, let me hear it come through me, flow through me. What is it? Let's do it. And we just create. And that is what you have to do in the element that you're in. Now, if you have kids and you have more to responsibilities, I'll say in that case, you might have to put in a little bit more work, because it's not just you. I'm not saying overwork yourself. I do believe in rest days, 2 at least, 1 full rest day and then a half rest day and a half work day. But I do believe that you have to work harder when you have more responsibilities, like kids and or mortgage and you know, car notes and all of these things. You really have to put in maybe a little bit more work. Maybe you can't just sit home and create content. You know, maybe you have to go get a part-time job and then create content. Or maybe you don't even care to be a content creator, you just want money. Put together the best resume you can and go for a better job. Maybe God has a better job than the one that you had. That's why he let that one drop, and you have a better opportunity. I know friends who have gotten promotions during these times, you know. So I just pray that you guys truly hold on to God's word and to trust him during the hard times. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to laugh awkwardly, laugh awkwardly to get through it. You know, dress yourself up, feel good. If you get caught in that 3, 4, 5 days dark slouch, you're just in your room or house, you know, clouded, watching Netflix and chilling the whole time, eating crazy food, go out for a walk, get some fresh air, bring freshness in your atmosphere, bring newness in your atmosphere. Sometimes I'll spend 2 days and it's like, I just want to sit here and do nothing. But I'm like, all right, let's just go for a walk. Let's just breathe, drink some water, you know, brush all a walk will change your life, and then a jog even more, and then a run even more. But sometimes just go out for a walk. See, you know, social distance, see other people, breathe, just take in fresh air. Nature does so many powerful things, canceling the COVID. You know what I'm saying? Be safe, but definitely still be present in time. Don't let this pandemic quarantine draw you away from life, draw you away from yourself, draw you away from the purpose of God and the will of God for your life. Be stronger, be more enthusiastic. Think about things that you've always wanted to do but just never had the time to, you know, and then trust that God will bring blessings to the seed that you plant. Whether it's through YouTube content creating, whether it's doing influencing on social media, whether it's learning TikTok videos and becoming a TikTok star, whatever that is, whether it's, you know, learning new skills for the job that maybe you need to practice your typing skills. Maybe you need to practice doing your makeup if you're a makeup artist, or hair if you're a hairstylist. You know, maybe you are a singer, you want to excel. You know, practice, I don't know, voice lessons, write new songs, be inspired. You know, maybe you want to build somebody else's platform. You know, join teams. We're all in this together. You know, if you need something personally speaking, that you would like for me to talk to you with or about, hit me up in the DMs, comment section. I respond. It might take me a day or two because I get a lot, but I do respond to everyone that reaches out because I'm grateful that you all are inspired by my reality and looking good and beauty. But I also want you to know that I'm spirit led, as best as I can because I'm not perfect. Let me put that out there, disclaimer. But that, you know, God is with all of us and we have the access to him, and he's waiting on you to access him and speak to him more and be a part of him more. So on the wrap of the first Lee Talks, trusting God during the tough times, I pray that this has blessed your life. I will put the 3 or 4 topics of how to trust God during the tough times in the description section. If you are not following me, go ahead and press the subscribe button to glow and glow with your girl. And if you are following me, go ahead and turn on the notifications so you know when I come with a new video. I'll be posting Lee Talks every Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. So definitely stay tuned for that. And the topics will be released on my Instagram at Leepoitier. So if you have any comments or thoughts, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. God bless you. Bye.